I'm the Velvet Snatch, and oh my, we've got a special little series for you now. We got to travel to DragCon UK and catch up with some of the wonderful queens there. Now, what we're doing is we're breaking it up into a little series of interviews where we collect them all together under some general linking factor so that you can listen to it. These will also be available on our YouTube channel. Search on YouTube for GURL Global, GURL, to watch the full interviews. Now, I'm here with Thotter Stu and Glenn Kevin. How are you doing, my dears?
All right. Recovered from DragCon. I got home basically passed out, tested positive for COVID, so that was a nice little returning gift. But it's all cleared up now, and I'm back to doing what I do best, almost nothing at all.
See, that was the scariest thing. It was the fact of, like, I've been knocked out for nearly a week now after DragCon. We're recording this the Sunday after the last day of DragCon, and yeah, I did not expect it to take so much out of me. How is it for you, Glenn?
Oh my god, I've been knackered, and I've been busy doing stuff for my lovely little flock of ravens as well. So there's just no rest for the wicked, and I am very, very wicked.
Well, the first few interviews that we're going to have in this series is, how have we grouped these together, Stu? The villains of Season 2 of Drag Race UK?
That is the one, and this is self-described also. So I personally love both of these queens. I did not describe them as villains. However, after speaking to them, and as you will see in the interviews, they're very much branded themselves. So we're going to stick to their branding.
Yep, it's very much the case of, if you get stuck with something, you should own it. Yes, the first of these interviews we have is with Ginny Lemon. Let's hear what Ginny had to say at DragCon UK 2023.
Girl.
Ooh, girl. I am here with Velvet Snatch and Ginny Lemon. How are you doing, Ginny?
Oh, I am absolutely fabulous. How are you doing, Babs?
Very good.
Yeah.
Are you having a good DragCon?
Do you know what? This is my first ever DragCon, and I must say it's absolutely amazing. I was a bit apprehensive because I didn't know what to expect, and I'm quite an anxious person, really. So coming here today, the past weekend, it's just been amazing. I'm really overwhelmed. It's great. Yeah.
And just so everyone who knows, Ginny's got the best stand ever with the...
You hear that, girls? You hear that? I've got the best stand
what
here.
What did you call the bin?
So I'm doing an unlucky dip. So it's basically absolute crap that I've marked up loads. I probably paid about 20p for it, something like that. Charging people a tenner, saying it's the worst thing and guaranteed disappointment. And do you know what? They're lapping it up. They love it. Can't believe it. It's utter crap.
Day 2, is it still the most popular thing?
It's still the most popular thing, day 2. And do you know what the thing is that yes, it is quite bad, but now I'm saying it's an absolute rip-off. And people are buying it more. They love it. Yeah, they love it. Can't believe it.
It's like that don't push the button and everyone's going to push the button.
Yeah, exactly. I want people to push the button. You know what I mean? I definitely want people to push the button.
So, if you were ever to return to Drag Race...
I don't think they'd ever have me. I don't think so.
But if you did, would there be a challenge that you'd want to redo or a challenge that you missed that you wouldn't mind?
Well, I always thought that I'd win Snatch Game. Yeah. And obviously, who won it when my season? Was it Bimini? So she won it because I wasn't there, you see. So so I'd love to get a chance to do a Snatch Game. That would be quite good. But as I said, I don't think they'll ever have me back. So you can see me Snatch online instead.
So what does 2023 have planned for you?
2023 for me is a year of positivity. You know what I mean? Because after lockdown, after all that, and then it was that last year was the year that we were all catching up with ourselves, wasn't it? And then I thought, you kind of, when you go through the process of being on Drag Race, you don't know how it really is. And then until you get out there and meet people. And then obviously being trapped at home for 12 months, I didn't meet anyone. So I kind of had my big break. And the only time I get recognised is in a mask in the supermarket. So I'm looking forward to getting out there, meeting people and just spreading more positivity. I think I'm going to try and be a little less bitter lemon and a bit more sweet lemon.
So, from all your touring, do you have a favourite city that you've been to, or is there anything?
Oh, it's hard to pick. It's hard to pick. Obviously, anywhere north, because the south is just gross. So, I love the Midlands, I love Liverpool, and I love playing Scotland and Newcastle and all that sort of place. You know, anywhere from sort of Bristol up, I'm happy with. You know what I mean?
And just, is there anything that you'd like to promote? Any projects that you've
Oh, yes, of course. Stream Tonic, my brand new album, which was out in the summer of last year, because I am the only drag race queen, I think this is correct, the fact that writes good music. So check it out. It's called Tonic, and I've got a tour coming up with my fellow season 2 queen, Sister, the most hated woman in reality TV. And we're going on tour at the beginning of February, so in a couple of weeks. So we're saying that we're the 2 least favourite queens from the franchise, doing the worst drag show ever.
Can't wait to see it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Babs.
Ginny was fantastic, both in the interview and honestly visiting the booth was one of my highlights of the weekend. She mentioned that bloody bin. That bin was fantastic. It was filled with shit. She did not lie. The whole thing was, here is a bin of crap. Buy it. You'll be disappointed, like she said in the interview. I can honestly say I wasn't disappointed because I believed that it was going to be a load of crap in the bin. So when I pulled out the package and Ginny said, "Oh, that's a good one," I was like, "Oh wow, have I got the best of the crap?" It was a yellow paintbrush, which Ginny signed straight away. So that was cool.
Yeah, she signed your paintbrush, so all of the crap that was coming out of the actual bucket, the bin, she just signed for people. It was amazing.
Oh, it's signed crap, yeah. You get your money's worth. You get a 32-pence paintbrush, but it is signed by Ginny, and you get to do a meet with Ginny. So
I recognise that paintbrush, and it comes in a pack of 10 from B&M's for £3.
yes, it does.
But
Well, you know what? At least it wasn't false advertising. Ginny did what Crocs didn't. Showed up. And exactly what she said on the bin.
Yeah, it was disappointing. I'm really annoyed that I missed it, to be fair, because, obviously you guys went off and did that while I was still getting into drag in the morning, because I was running a bit late on the first day. And that was just... Well, that's it. But I'm really annoyed I missed it. But then as soon as we tried to get to it on the Saturday and the Sunday, it was just Ginny's booth was just packed. Like the queue was down the road kind of thing. So
Ginny said they ran out of crap as well, didn't they?
Did they?
Everyone wanted the crap.
Should you just send someone off to Poundland?
Exactly.
Oh my god, Ginny is so down to earth. Not gonna lie, on the series, not my favourite, but actually in person, so funny and interacts really well and just so chatty. Gotta say as well, a massive shout out to who was on Ginny's booth again? Blue.
Oh, Blue, yeah. Blue is amazing. So we stand Blue. It was a very much a non-binary booth, which I really enjoyed. Blue Romantic is for full name. The outfits every single day stayed true to Blue's name. They were all very blue. So, you can imagine Ginny being all yellow, Blue being all blue.
Yeah.
I just love that giant hand outfit. If anyone goes on the Blue Romantic's
so good.
Instagram, that giant
with the bright
hand.
pink nails. Yeah.
I've never been so excited to see a big fist.
That's a lie.
That is a lie, Glenn.
Speaking of big and blue, though, actually, the second person in this interview was wearing a lovely big blue outfit, so that's a accidentally perfect segue. So yeah, who was it? Who was the other person we spoke to?
We spoke to the other self-proclaimed villain of Season 2 UK, which is Sister. Now, obviously, in this interview, you won't hear much from me because I managed to lose my voice for the entire second day of DragCon UK, so Glenn led this one, I think. But Sister was so nice in person, if I'm perfectly honest.
I would go to see them.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it's one of these things where I think Sister got a villain edit. I think they very much kind of had it where the edit didn't really help them, and I kind of left believing the edit a little bit. But then obviously when you meet these performers in person, you just go, oh no, you're really nice. Oh, okay, that was just television. And I think Sister's a perfect example of that, and it was great getting to chat to them. What did you think of them, Stu?
I knew Sister, not sort of too personally, but I definitely knew of Sister before the show. I'd thought a lot of digital drag sort of situation when nobody could go out the house. And I think it spoke to Sister a couple of times, and I was quite surprised by the edit, but then at the same time, someone has to go through and have that kind of edit, They want someone to play a character, and they want someone to be edited for the TV show to be more interesting. And I think Sister did that well. And now Ginny and Sister combined can be like, oh, we were the villains, and they can play up to it, and it's just fun branding, Yes, they can be called the villains, but people love a villain, You know, just because you're the villain of the season doesn't mean people don't still want to come and see you perform.
Well, it's kind of like Disney, isn't it? Where Disney kind of went, oh well, we want people to really hate the villains, so we'll make them all effeminate or sort of like, you know, gay coded kind of thing. And you're like, well, that backfired massively. So we've got generations of gay people being like, yeah, villains are awesome.
I don't think it backfired. I think it worked perfectly.
So let's have a little listen to what Sister Sister had to say.
Ooh, girl. I am here with Velvet Snatch and Sister Sister. How are you doing?
Hiya, chickens. You're right. I'm doing really good. The energy's here. We're living a life. We're having a gorgeous time. How are you? God, she shouts, doesn't she?
I know.
Very loud.
So, if you were ever to return to Drag Race, what challenge would you like to have? What challenge do you think you missed out on that you would have liked to try, or what would you do again?
Ooh. Do you know, I always feel like I was robbed of a stand-up comedy challenge. That's where I excel. Roasting's really fun. I think
I've heard.
I think it's like I think it's intrinsic to Scouse humor as well. People from Liverpool love being mean. It's like second nature. You don't have to pay me. I will be horrible to you for free.
I love a roast.
I love a roast. Oh, what kind of... No, you're... bit of blue for the dads.
So, while touring, what's been your favourite place to visit?
Oh, God. I mean, one to tick off the box was the London Palladium.
Yeah.
Where all the greatest heroes of, like, you know, anyone who's queer has ever performed ever. Judy Garland and her daughter. We were in Newcastle as well. And in the Newcastle venue, they have a wall with everyone who's ever performed. Yeah. And Dusty Springfield, my absolute idol of all time ever. Her name was on the wall. And I think it's the first time that I actually called home and was crying, going, "You're not going to believe it." Like, it was about 50 years ago. I'm like, "You'll never guess who's here." She's dead.
Yeah. She was there in spirit.
She was there very much in spirit.
So what does 2023 hold for Sister Sister?
God, well, let's hope a big, fat, chunky bank account, more touring, big feathers. I was actually just saying to my partner as we were walking through, I was like, you understand the silhouettes get bigger. You can't go smaller after that. It's like, I'm going to have to get leg extensions next and just keep going. Stilts, if you will. Who knows, might join a circus in 23. I'm easy, I'll do it.
Thank you very much. It's been lovely chatting with you.
No, thank you.
I absolutely loved meeting Sister Sister, and she even gave me a little tickle on the head with our big boa.
It was impossible to stand next to them with that huge outfit on with all the feathers. You'll have to check it out on the YouTube.
It was literally get in, Glenn. And I crawled. But yeah, if anybody does see Sister Sister performing near them, I would recommend going to see them, because I think they would kill on a stage.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to check them out if they're around the area. But yeah, no, thank you very much for listening to this little short and sweet episode, listeners, on RuPaul's DragCon UK. Now, I have to tell you that RuPaul's DragCon UK took place at the XL in London from the 6th to the 8th of January 2023. And if you want more drag conventions in your life, tickets are on sale for RuPaul's DragCon LA now. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we're going to be speaking to, well, wonderful queens from Drag Race UK Season 4. Stay tuned.
Oh, girl.